Good morning. Today I have a lot for us to talk about, but because of you know me not being accepted to put a lengthy video on YouTube, I'll try as much as possible to break it down. You see, let's start from the medieval age, the Knight Templars, and Freemasonry. That connection. I was learning a little. I wanted to read to the history of and all these secret societies. Before even joining my organization, the Illuminati, I had read a little about Freemasonry and others. When I was reading, I came to the agreement that it was related to the Knight Templars. With that of my organization, I know the arcane teachings. Spoke a lot about them. That the teaching was as old as the race itself. That's how I did my organization, because in their first testaments they made me aware of arcane knowledge, and then arcane usage of wives, which speaks a lot about its correlation with the arcanes. And the arcanes are the keepers of the the scroll, the custodians of the scroll. It clearly explains why my organization is deemed or seemed the most powerful. That is always seen at the devil, and then related to all kind of devilish circumstances. Well, you see, when we trace down, coming with all that human has experiences, time is just marvelous. Time is the unit. Time, you see, tracing back from Bronze Ages, hunting and gathering, coming to medieval, modern, war. You see, humans have gone through a lot for me to sit down comfortably, to get this phone, to do this video, to link to people across the world, to learn a lot just by through the air. Humans have gone through a lot. Talking about all this is taking into consideration the details of the cosmos, the details of the universal life principle from my perspective, the details of what it was per the human reality, per our own definition. Okay, that is with experiences, because the energy wants you to experience and feel how real it is. That is consciousness, as it's related to everything, substance and motion. The medieval age, the story of this medieval age holds an appeal that is as romantic as is historical. These ages was as sweet as and it was as war related. King Philip, who is the ruler of France, was fighting with the church on the other side, and then England on the other side. And then England was ruled by King Edward the First at that time. You see, two unrelated events gave King Philip the chance that he needs. He was able to get his own man on the throne of Peter as Pope Clement V, and then King Edward died and was succeeded by his deplorably weak son, King Edward II. Whom watched from the tower as the peasants revolted on the street. And a vicious attack of the St. John's Hospital. All these two catastrophes have, you know, a rival link to that of the Knight Templars, because they were once, treated unfairly, ripped off of their possessions, and then they gone underground, and then the church, spoke against them. And, at that time, anyone who will, develop any kind of principle that is against the message that the church carries was blasted as a heresy. You see, all these events was connected to that of the peasant revolt of 1381 and the vicious attack of the St. John's Hospitaller. Now something of Malta. They call something of Malta. Yeah, I've forgotten the name a little. You see, when these Knight Templars were ripped off of their property, the church ordered that their extensive property should be given to the Knight Hospitaller. Yeah, and then King Edward II was forced by the church to arrest all Knight Templars in England. And at first he said no, but later he was offered an official bull which made him, undertook that action. The Knight Templars didn't like it at all. So when we trace it back to even what brought about the peasant revolts in that 1381, you see, they said some old missionaries had traveled from the lower towns to preach against the corruption of the church. And that of the realities. Months before the revolt, information around was that men had created a web of communication linking each other to undertake such an act. You see, subtle signals. Our organization spoke of that in its first testament. Mental cues